what you've waited for. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher in the pulpit and your body bullshit. There's something buried in the brink of every woman's holding all it's to know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, and the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come through, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. Colossal we come, these renegades in the ring, where the lost get found in the crown of the circus king. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's blinding, outshining anything that you know. Just surrender, cause you're calling and you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, intoxicating you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come through, it's taking over you.
Hey everyone, welcome to the cast. I am JRT, and looks like we have a bit of a delay going on. I'm not sure if it's the GoTV lag, which I'm sure you guys have all seen already. The server is lagging like crazy, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But in any case, here we are. We're going to be casting slashLevel up against Variance Gaming tonight. Variance coming in at 3-0 and slashLevel 2-0. slashLevel were in ESEA main last season, but got promoted after going 14-2 in the regular season and 1-1 in the playoffs. The team they lost to in the playoffs, BZG Esports, are also in advance now, and they're 2-1 on the season. Looking at the roster changes, they made some significant roster changes in the offseason. They dropped 3 players, actually. They dropped Noswell. Or didn't drop 3 players. They dropped Noswell, who's on Unkind Esports. KRZ is now a backup. And they call me PHX is also a backup. But is he coaching, actually? Let me just check that. Actually, no. PHX is now coaching. Correction on that one. Looks like we're getting started here with the horribly laggy GoTV. But in any case, it is just a knife round, so I'll get back to the stats. Over on Variance Gaming, well, for those of you guys who were here for it, it was an insane triple overtime win on Mirage, 25-22 over Fake Out Nation. Every single member dropped 30 frags, and only 5 frags separated the bottom frag, which was Spammer at 31, and the top frag, Shokur, at 36. So let's see if they can keep it going on Mirage here and win their 3rd match on Mirage over the last 2 seasons. They are 2-4 in Mirage coming into this one. Over on slashLevel, they've been pretty good on Mirage. 3-0 last season in main. They won 16-6, 16-9, and 19-15, and 1-0 so far this season, winning against genetically superior 16-5, with the top frag on that one being Kirokami at 33-8. Here we go. It is underway with the GoTV lag, but we'll try to keep you posted as best as possible as this match gets underway. Koga, opportunity, Kirokami, Nismo, and 4-shot starting 5 for the squad there on slashLevel. Shokur gets a double. KMZ finds one on opportunity, and it is a 4v2 in favor of Variance. KMZ is going to drop to the ground there. Nismo getting the shot off, and there's a crooked USPS angle due to the GoTV lag. That's great. Kirokami gets one as well, so evens out at a 2v2. Shokur continuing where he left off in the last match, and there's a 3rd. Nice tap to the head by him as the bomb is ticking away. Kirokami's going to have to hurry here and try and get the defusal, but it's not going to happen. Shokur with the 4K, and that's going to be that. Yeah, the lag is very bad. Sorry about that, guys. I have no control over it. ESEA has laggy servers sometimes, and we're going to get some cool angled views of the players now because of the lag, which is fun. Very nice, soothing voice. Thank you, Vinca. Vinca? Hope I said your name right. Appreciate that, man. So we're in round number 2 here. Top frag for Variance on the season is Nesca. 72 frags, plus 28 kills to deaths, and a KDR of 1.63. That is much higher than he performed last season, and also higher than his career stats by a long shot. Over his career, he has a KDR of 0.97 and an ADR of 78.7, so he's really outperforming himself. ADR a little bit closer to his career average at 84.4. Leading the squad for ADR for Variance is Shokur at 91.6, and he did that over the actually led the team over the last 2 matches with 100.4 ADR against Nightmare GG and 92.7 in that triple OT. As Spammer getting set up in Palace. slashLevel going to be on a full save here. 2 P250s and 3 USPSs bought up. Over on Variance Gaming, you have a UMP45, 2 AKs, USPS, and the MAC-10. Spammer goes out there, gets one at Firebox. That's Koga. And then walks onto the A site. slashLevel trying to make that P250 work. Koga, though, goes down, gets headshotted by Spammer, who has 2 on the round now, I believe. Maybe not. No, wait, sorry. That was KMZ that got fragged by opportunity. This GoTV lag is amazing. We're in a 4v2. Kirokami is now the last one standing as Fang gets a 2K. And Kirokami is walking out with the P250 in a 4v1. It is not the stream DNS. It is the GoTV. I'm doing my best given what ESEA is giving me. Spammer waiting on the A site as the bomb has been planted here for Variance. Off to a quick start. Kirokami down to 17 HP, and that is going to be that. C4 ticking away, and it doesn't really matter. Shokur gets the final frag. 2-0 for Variance. Unfortunately, we won't see Variance dismantle slashLevel with this GoTV. Curry with the confidence. Curry, the backup for Variance Gaming this season. Likely going to stick to backup throughout the entire season for the squad. And he did pretty well in his first performance, his only performance so far. He had 14 frags and a KDR of 1.55. That was in the first match of the season. But since then, KMZ is back, and he's rolling along. KMZ, as you see, walking out here into Sandwich, and KMZ has, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. KMZ has 53 frags so far, and plus 8 kills to death. So a little bit of a slow start for him as he finds the frag there over on 4-shot. 2v2, bomb gonna get planted. Kirokami and Nismo still standing on slashLevel. And KMZ is actually going to go down there. Shokur down as well. So good retake from slashLevel. Finally getting things done on their buy round. M41S and probably going to be an AK picked up by Kirokami shortly. Unless the GoTV completely dies on me, which would be pretty bad. I would just do a scoreboard cast in that case. But Kirokami is going to get the defusal. AK picked up off the ground. Maybe they'll try and hunt down another AK that's standing right in front of Nismo. I'm guessing he's going to get that. So 2-1 in favor of Variance. slashLevel picking up their first round victory. And slashLevel not doing too shabby over their first two. Like I said, they're 2-0. Beat Genetically Superior 16-5 on Mirage. And then That's Toxic defeated 16-6. So they've only dropped 11 rounds so far in their first two matches of Advance. So that's a pretty good performance for them to kick things off in their rookie season. Kirokami had 139.4 ADR in the first match, and Nismo had 125.3 in the second one. Kirokami and Nismo are also two of the top fraggers on the squad. 48 for Kirokami, 40 for Nismo, and 43 for Koga. Time to riot ESEA for bad GoTVs, says Curry. Yes, please, someone talk to them. Be like, hey guys, technically you're the most reputable league right now in existence at the amateur level, so please fix the GoTVs. Spammer is waiting in connector behind the smoke. And Neska's at top mid, so we have, I think, Variance is kind of spread out across the map from what I can tell here. Shokur gets the opening frag on opportunity. Vinca with the most interesting question of the night. I won't read that over the air because, wow. But, yeah, I'm not sure, Vinca. I have no opinion there. Koga's going to get the frag over on Spammer. And Koga was actually playing last season for, if I can find it here, I wrote it down somewhere, played for RMU Esports in Season 29. Since we have so much lag, I might as well talk about him a little bit more. Bomb's going to get planted here, but that's on the A site. Koga actually lost on RMU Esports to Final Feature Gaming, who are now in MDL, but the interesting thing for Koga is he was really dominant overall across 3 maps. They lost 2-1, but in 3 maps he was 69 and 45, 1.53 KDRs. Koga, as I'm speaking about, he gets the frag on Fang. Not sure if he got traded out. No, Koga has the 2K. Now the 3K. Shokur goes down. Looking for more here, perhaps. Nismo is going to get fragged, but Koga does get the 4K. Unfortunately for him, Neska's still standing, and Neska does get him. Wow, Koga, good job there. Great effort. And as I'm speaking about him, I guess he wanted to put on a show. But in any case, he had 105.9 ADR over the series as well. So he did pretty well against Final Feature, which is MDL caliber. So if he continues that into this season, which he already has started to do, with 100.1 ADR and 1.72 KDR, well, could be a top performer in Advanced. All right. Vince says, not gonna lie, you're doing a great job casting this picture book. Thank you, Vince. GoTV for the win, says Next Level. Hey, Next Level, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well health-wise with you next. Things continue to look on the upside. 3-1 for Variance, though. 5th round of play. 4 AKs and UMP-45 for Variance. They struck back and fully reset slashLevel's economy. 2 MP9s, a UMP-45, a Deagle, and the 5.7 for 4-shot. I really hope the GoTV clears up soon. But we have 2 members headed up for Variance, or 1 now, up Cat. And now KMZ is actually going to hang around ladder room for a moment. All 5 members of slashLevel stretched out across the map, and you see KMZ engaging with 1 on default. His teammate could find him, and Fang does. Neska coming out, gets the headshot on Nismo in window, and now the bomb's going to get planted at the B side. 5v3 for Variance Gaming. As you hear the MP45 of Koga going off here, Shokur looking inside of Market, gets the headshot on 4-shot. Opportunity strikes back for 1 on Spammer. We have a 4v2 now. Koga on Opportunity trying to retake this site, and they're going for it. Neska's guarding inside of Stove Room, and now Fang is going to find Koga. So Fang with the 2K, Neska as well, and Variance take the 4-1 lead. Speaking of Fang, like I mentioned last time, he's a really strong performer on Mirage. 3-0 going back to last season, including the victory, of course, that we saw not last night, but a few nights ago. And he has an ADR of 89.83 on Mirage, 85 frags and 69 deaths, along with a 1.23 KDR. So he's an important piece for Variance. I saw him tweet after the match that he didn't feel he performed well, but really, everyone did really well, and he had some highlight reel plays. So maybe being too critical of himself, perhaps, after that match. Here we go into the 6th round. slashLevel going to be another pistol buy-up. CZ, 5-7, and 3 USPS. It looks like the GoTV is getting better. Good news. Bomb getting a planted here at the B site as Fang, staring down Cat, fires a couple of shots, backs off, throws the HE grenade, and hopes it connects on someone. Another HE coming out, could do some more damage. It does. And Fang's going to farm a couple of frags, 2 with the AK on the anti-eco. Shokur finds 4-shot. Spammer gets opportunity, but now Koga's walking onto the site with the CZ, and he's going to get an AK as well, but Neska, good job for him, hanging around at B plat, gets the frag on Koga, and ends the threat 5-1 for Variance Gaming. Checking out that scoreboard so far, Shokur, 10-3, already at 10 frags, and we're only 6 rounds in. Neska 5-1 and Fang 6-4. Over on slashLevel, you have Koga 6-6, Opportunity 4-6, and everyone else stuck at 2 frags apiece. One of these teams will walk away with their first defeat of the season, and Variance is off to a good start on their T side, which was strong in the last match. The problem for Variance was their CT side. I believe they only had 4 round victories on their CT side of Mirage. Last time they played. I keep forgetting the day that they played, and I'm going to find it right now. The 25th, on Friday. Jeez. Gotta get my head in the game. But anyway, 5-1 for Variance. 7th round of action. So, like I said, the important test for Variance is going to be once they hit CT side. Unless they can get 14 rounds here and not concede another one, then they only need 2 on CT side, and that won't be too difficult. But Spammer setting up a smoke here for the B site. Getting ready. And there it goes. He has all 4 members on his squad behind him. And now it looks like KMZ's going to back off and head towards the A site. Fang finds Kurokami trying to sneak in from underpass, and another pistol buy-up for slashLevel, who haven't really been able to build up much economy so far in the match. 2 CZs and 2 5-7 standing over on Variance. Fang did take quite a bit of damage, down to 54 HP. But still everyone else almost at 100 except for Spammer at 95. Fang waiting patiently here. 3 members of Variance head towards the B-side. Opportunity finds one, then a second. Great shot. Running and gunning on Shokur. Follows it up with the frag on Fang. And now we're looking at a 4v3. Make it a 4v2 on the pistol buy-up for slashLevel. KMZ and Neska are going to have to put on a show here with the op and the AK. KMZ firing through the box. Not sure if he connected on anything. Opportunity now finds KMZ. Actually finds Neska, and 4-shot with the 5-7 gets KMZ. So Opportunity with the 3K, 4-shot with the 2K, and slashLevel come up with a very surprising victory on their CT side with the pistols only. We'll see if Variance can strike back after that one. They still have enough money to buy up fully, but they've given, I think, 1, maybe 2, no, just 1 gun to slashLevel. That's the AK in Opportunity's hands. So slashLevel finally with a chance to build up a little bit more economy. A win here would certainly help them towards that goal. Four-shot has 4 MDL seasons under his belt, and it's his first season in Advanced. It actually, of course, was with Slash last season in Maine. Opportunity firing away towards Connector. Fang is his victim. 5v4 gets spray down. Nismo gonna throw that molly towards Connector, and then spots out the leg of one of the Variance Gaming members. That's Spammer, who's now kind of trapped here in Connector. If he moves, Nismo's gonna dome him. Good HE grenade thrown by Nismo, knowing that Spammer's trapped, but only taking about 20 damage, or actually 12 damage, is Spammer. Spammer sitting pretty, waiting for some openings here on the A side. KMZ is going to provide that with the frag on Opportunity, and Spammer now moves forward just a little bit Smoke is thrown to perhaps cover his advance. Koga is waiting for someone to come out, so he's really pinched in here. Nesca does find 4-shot, which forces Koga to look away from Connector. That gives him the chance, that Spammer, to come out, but Koga gets the 2K. So a 3v2, and Koga's really starting to light it up here, helping his squad come out with a couple of round victories, perhaps. No, KMZ going to find Koga. Shokur gets Kurokami, and now we have a 2v1. Nismo, who's no slouch with the M4A1S, coming out here. KMZ is waiting for him with the AWP, though. Shokur not going to have to do anything. KMZ finds the 3K, and Variance Gaming strike back again to reset the economy of slashLevel 6-2 in their favor. And slashLevel are going to have to stop getting one and done here, or else they're not going to be able to buy up very much. I see an op coming into play here, which is surprising considering the economy. 2K for Koga, Kuro, and Nismo, and now they're just going to have to force up around it. Not sure if it was an accidental buy or not, but here we go. MP9, 2 M4A1Ss, and the op along with the Deagle. They're more than likely going to be on a double save after this one if they don't win the round. So a bit of a risk on their end. I'd say Variance is one of the first challenges they're facing in advance compared to the teams they've played before. To my knowledge, Genetically Superior is a main move up, and that's Toxic. Didn't have the best of seasons last season, and again, it's not starting off well for them. I believe they haven't won a match yet. Variance Gaming, UMP45, AUG, Galil, AK, and OP. So different guns across the board for them. KMZ had a slow start last match. He's getting it kicked off pretty early now. It was really important in the overtime for Variance, not to mention a wall bang he pulled off against Blackpink Lisa. That was probably the highlight of the match. Opportunity. Waiting on the A site as KMZ lines up his window smoke, and there it goes. Just going to re-smoke it, actually. Nesca. Flashbang thrown there. And Opportunity gets the opening frag here. Traded back by Fang on Koga. Now looking for another one is Fang, and he gets it. But in the meantime, Opportunity finds Spammer. Back and forth action, and 4-shot's going to give his team the huge edge with the 2K, leaving only KMZ standing, who's going to have to clutch it. Might have been able to get it if he found Nismo, but didn't. And Nismo gets the frag in turn. So slashLevel strike back again. Back and forth over the last 3. Variance's economy is reset, and now they're going to have to save. Match can be paused, maybe for Variance to talk things over, calm themselves down, not let slashLevel get into this match. But of course, slashLevel, they want to use some of this momentum they've been building up over the last 3 rounds and find a way to win 2 in a row and get back on the scoreboard, or get back to the tied score at 6-6. So we're in round number 10. As we're waiting for things to get going once more here, guys. Checking out the players with MDL experience here. We have Spammer, who had 1 MDL season in season 28. As I mentioned, 4-shot with 4. Opportunity has 2 MDL seasons. And Koga as well. 2 MDL seasons, 16 matches in total for him. So he only played half a season twice. Here we go. Pause has now ended. We're in the 10th round of play. And here comes KMZ, following his entire squad in towards the B site, and it looks like they've actually chosen to force up. Shokur and Fang have the AKs, MAC-10 for KMZ, and 2 CZs for Spammer and Nesca. So perhaps a bit of confidence built up over the previous match for Variance, and they're taking the risk this time. Try and get into B. They have 2 members to deal with. Kurokami pushed up aggressively here into the apartments. Now thinks better of it, backs off, fires a few shots. And Nismo throws a flashbang to try and support his teammate. Kurokami gets domed immediately. Nismo trades it back. Good trade, but traded again. Spammer with the frag on Nismo. Oh man, it's going to be pretty back and forth here if Koga continues to do the damage. KMZ with the double. Koga and 4-shot going to go down. Opportunity finds 2 in turn. KMZ and Spammer go down. Back and forth craziness. Nesca gets the final one. Variance, the force by paying off. Nesca grabs the AK off the ground as well. Variance do indeed find their 7th round victory. And again, the mayhem continues on Mirage for Variance. Variance have not won a match on Mirage over the last 2 seasons without going at least 30 rounds. Fang gonna throw a quick HE grenade in towards Van. 3 AKs, a MAC-10, and the MP45 for Spammer. 2 CZs a 5.7 Deagle, and USPS. So the MAC-10 actually could be pretty useful. It is. Fang finds 4 shots, sprays down one more. That's Nismo, but cannot find the frag. He's down to 27 HP. In the meantime, Spammer gets opportunity, and now Variance might lean towards the A site with that frag there. Hero hears someone walking around above him, finds Fang, and now it's a 4v3. Good frag by Kiro. That's Fang, who couldn't get back to the rest of his team. Kiro also gets the MAC-10 to help Melt. Koga, CZ frag on Spammer. KMZ finds another double, but Kiro trades it back. Gotta give slashLevel credit. They're not going down without a fight in any round. Shokur and Nesca are the last two standing, and Nesca is going to get Kiro. Variance Gaming do find an 8th round victory, but again, not easy for them. KMZ, top fragger for his squad, 13-8. Shokur, 12-6, and Fang, 10-9. Over on slashLevel, opportunity 12-10, and Koga, 10-11. Everyone else still below that 500 mark, and only 14 frags combined for the bottom 3. So here we go, round number 12. Kurokami, the top frag for his squad this season. 48 frags, plus 27 kills to deaths, and a KDR of 2.29. There's Shokur with the 3. Can make it! Yeah, just 3. Fang and Nesca find opportunity. Nismo. And Nismo. I can't even speak. That was so quickly. So quick. English. I speak it. I promise. 9-3 in favor of Variance. 13th round of play. And slashLevel going to be on the buy-up. That was just an anti-eco, but still. I guess slashLevel just wanted to get it over with quickly. And M4, 2 M4A1Ss, a FAMAS, and the op for slashLevel. Over on Variance, 4 AKs, and the op. That was going to be in our montage, bro. WTF, says Mala. You know. I guess Shokur wasn't favored by auto director. Fang coming out here towards connector, spraying down 4 shot to 22 HP, so the op almost down here for slashLevel and being closed in upon. Nesca throws the molly in towards connector. We have 109 remaining in the round. Leaf the tree saying, I'll make MDL like Droid. Droid did make MDL for Final Feature Gaming. Opportunity. Going to find Spammer. 5v4 for slashLevel. Make it a 5v3. Nismo, also on the B side, gets 1. Unfortunately for him and his team, Fang and KMZ find a couple. Nismo being one of them, and the bomb site is cleared for the bomb to go down. KMZ locked onto market, gets opportunity, making it a 3v2. 4 shot, though, responding again. Nesca, his victim. Let's see if slashLevel can end up on the right end of this one. Koga and 4 shot. Split up, 4 shot over around Cat, and Koga is coming in from the apartments. Good flashbang thrown by 4 shot to help Koga get in there. Koga peeking around. They're going full on for this one. KMZ's op is hurt by Koga. He flicks around, finds the head of KMZ. Fang now at Cat. Koga's going to have to start defusing. Nope, not going to have time. No kit, so he's just trying to find the frag here and can't get that even. Koga goes down. Fang gets the 2K. And KMZ, another multi-kill round for him. This time 3. He moves his frag count to 16. Variance now leading 10-3. 2 rounds left here in this first half of action. slashLevel going to be on another pistol buy-up. 3 CZs and 2 5.7s. Variance did lose against the pistols one time that slashLevel had, so round certainly far from over. But the slashLevel constantly trying to make a comeback from behind. Kurokami's the only one on the B side here, so it would be a great hit for Variance if they come here. Koga is thinking about rotating around, breaks out the vent, but stays in window room. There is an engagement going to happen shortly here. Koga, or make that Fang. Coming out from the B apps. Kurokami's waiting in the smoke, a good play. But once that smoke fades, Fang could just flick around and find him. So the smoke is now gone, no longer a challenge for Fang. But some reinforcements have arrived in the form of Koga for slashLevel. Variance Gaming still taking their time. They have one member lurking over next to Pillar, that's Shokur. He's got someone right next to him. In the meantime, though, Nesca gets a double opportunity and 4 shot go down. And Shokur falls to Kurokami. Falls to Nismo. Kurokami, though, gets Fang. So Fang losing the engagement in the B apartments. KMZ Getting that flashbang prepped and ready and throws it over the wall to try and get into that B site. But again, another good eco round for slashLevel. Kurokami using the AK picked up off the ground to find Spammer. Now looking for the 3K, but can't get it. KMZ domes him with the P250, and now KMZ around the corner. Oh, misses a shot. A rare miss for KMZ. I think that was Koga trying to come in. No, Koga from Cat gets KMZ. Now it's up to Nesca, and Nismo gets him. slashLevel finally finding a way to win the round again. On the pistol buy-up. That's the second time out of 4 wins they've done it with the pistols and the armor. So maybe they should just stick with pistols armor. Might be the best bet. But in any case, 15th round of play. 15th and final round of play in the first half of action. slashLevel looking to prevent Variance from getting to 11. Get that 5th round victory here. Variance do have enough to buy up a Galil, an Op, CZ, and 2 AKs over on slashLevel. M4A1S, M4A4, AK, AUG, and Op. Haven't seen the AUG too much so far in this first half. Koga, gonna find the frag here, opening frag on Spammer, and then Shokur falls as well. Fang responds on opportunity, and now 4Shot's gonna come out onto the B side and try and flick around for one. Fang looking for some more action, but he's going to get taken down by 4Shot. KMZ responds, getting the Opper on slashLevel, and now is looking for more on the 2v3. They're going to have to back off because they know this is a bad engagement to take, and they still have a lot of time left on the clock with 105 remaining. KMZ and Nesca rotating around from T-spawn. B-site is empty. slashLevel's going to catch on eventually, though. They have to send someone over. Kurokami watching CT. Koga also going to join him. No one at the B-site yet. Guess they're expecting Variance to fake it here, and they're almost fully committing to an A hold. Nismo is watching Cat, finds one, but Nesca trades it back. Unfortunately for Nesca, now he's all by his lonesome. Thinking about going into the window. This could be an excellent play, as you see slashLevel committing to going to the B site. You have one here, Koga. Oh, man. Smart play by Koga, waiting at the window to prevent Nesca from getting into the A site. So now Nesca is going to head towards B. Nesca gets the headshot on Kurokami. Only 5 HP remaining. But what a shot that was under pressure. Koga sneaking around to the site. He should be able to get this. Nesca doesn't really know he's here. Koga rotating around. Man, is Nesca doing a Kansas City shuffle here? And he's sliding around the corner. No, he does not. He was just waiting in one spot. And Koga does indeed find the headshot. Nesca just not having enough HP to absorb that. slashLevel will indeed find their 5th round victory, and in no small part thanks to Koga, who had 2 in that round, and overall 14 so far in the match. 14 for Opportunity, as well, so 28 frags for those two combined. And that's probably Opportunity's best match so far this season. He only had 24 frags coming in, has almost matched that in this one with 14. I shouldn't say almost matched that, still has 10 to go. But still, doing pretty well for himself. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the cast so far. I am JRT, and if you are, I'd really appreciate the follow at JRTTV with 2 E's at the end on Twitter. That's in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And also JRTTV without the 2 E's at the end. That is on Twitter. I will be posting highlights of the match on my Twitter after this, as we're waiting for the second half of action to get underway. Checking out the chat. What is going on here? Curry saying, let me play, I'll op. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. But hey, you never know. No, I mean, opping Curry. To be clear. Because Curry is a very strong player over his career. 1.11 KDR and ADR of 84.2, which is pretty solid. In any case, let's get back to the match. It is the 16th round of play here. Variance Gaming with the 5-round lead, but that could be cut to only 3 if slashLevel win the pistol round. So here we go. Second half of action underway. 4Shot priming the smoke grenade. Gets that thrown immediately. And then a few flashes bought up here by slashLevel. I like it when the utility is bought up more so than the armor on the T side, because you really need it to get into the sights, and it helps out a lot against those long-range USPSs. Spammer using that USPS to his advantage to dome Kurokami. 4Shot responds with 1, but Spammer, who's been really good on the pistol rounds, gets a 2nd. 4v3, unfortunately for Variance, the bomb goes down at the B site. Fang responds for a frag after the bomb plant. That's on Koga. But now they have a 4v2 and have to go for the retake. Fang fires away. I think he spotted out Opportunity. Nismo gets one on Shokur. Then Nismo finds KMZ, and Opportunity gets Spammer. Fang is now in a 1v1 with Opportunity, but Opportunity drops him immediately. and Variance lose the first round. slashLevel come out with their 6th, and that could be a 7th here, depending on what Variance decides to do. Oh no, 4v2 there. Just didn't have enough of a presence on the B site, and slashLevel got control of it. And it was Nismo finding 2 in market to shut down Variance. So they do force up Variance. 3 CZs, a Scout, and the MP9. Nismo with the AK. 2 AKs bought up for slashLevel. That could spell trouble for them if those AKs get taken out of their hands. Spammer stacked up here with Fang at Van. Fang rocking the MP9 Hot Rod. Looks like a pretty good float on that one. I do love my weapon skins and low floats. 119 on the clock though. Variance waiting patiently for slashLevel to make their play. Looks like slashLevel leaning slightly towards the A side. Probably going to try and pinch in from T ramp. And oh no, Nesca peeked out at the wrong time over at A ramp. 4-shot domes him. And now that opens up a lot of space on the A site for slashLevel. In fact, all the space they'll need until Shakur rotates around and gets Koga. But he's traded out very quickly. 4-shot finds KMZ. And now we have a 4v2. Make it a 4v1 opportunity. Ends Fang as he tried to jump into window. Spammer, oh man, he's trapped in market now. Spotted out, know exactly where he is, and they're closing in on him. Taking no chances here on slashLevel. Spammer, though, domes 4-shot. Has time to reload almost! Akira Okami ends him. Ooh, boy, that could have spelled trouble for slashLevel had they given Spammer the chance to reload. Unfortunately, Variance lose their force buy, at least unfortunately for Variance. And now they're going to be on a save round until the next one. Likely a full save to make sure they have the utility in round number 19. But there's slashLevel coming back into this one. And again, Variance struggling on their CT side. slashLevel 2 AKs, the MAC-10 and the CZ, along with the MP5 SD. So slashLevel going for some money in the round with a couple of SMGs. No body armor for Variance. But KMZ always trying to be cheeky with that Zeus. Perhaps his signature. We'll see if he gets it. Oh, Kirokami jumps into a molly. Ill-advised. Shokur gets Nesca. Oh, a TK. And then Shokur falls as well. Oof. Things were looking good until that happened. KMZ does find one. Well, we have a 3v3 instead of a 4v3 due to the TK. 4-shot, 26 HP. As Koga throws the smoke at Cat. Koga spots out KMZ trying to peek around that smoke. Doesn't happen. Now it's up to Spammer and Fang in apartments. Fang is the last one standing as Spammer falls, but he's doing some damage. Could find a second. Oh, boy. Koga playing with fire there on that peak. 4-shot does end it from bench on Fang. But another close one. Variance fall for the 8th time in the match. 10-8 in favor of Variance. Only a 2-round lead now. Cut from 5-2 by slashLevel, but here comes the buyout for Variance. A chance to tilt the momentum back into their favor with a round victory here. As slashLevel don't have too much economy built up. Double op setup for them on T side. Okay, maybe. We'll see how that goes for slashLevel. 3 AKs. KMZ's got the op though, and he gets one. Fang gets a double opportunity, and Kirokami fall at mid, and that was the wrong play to make against KMZ and Fang over around mid. Nismo looking to find one, doesn't get it, but Koga has been a star in the match, and he gets both Spammer and Fang. Now KMZ looking for the op shot. Legs Koga! So Koga survives to see at least a few more seconds in the round. KMZ and Nesca still standing, and now they're both going to go through market and try to get the very hard to kill Koga. Waiting patiently. 108 on the clock, and Koga could head back to the A site. He doesn't. He's being very patient here. And Nesca hanging around in market while KMZ rotates around to the A site. We'll see what Koga decides to do. Looks like he's fallen back, not making much noise either, so likely going to head to that A site. We'll see. Oh, knife pulled out. And he changes course again, trying to make up his mind. Still has full utility. 2 flashes of smoke and a molly. Not sure he wants to use them just yet, because he'll give away his position. Drops down. I don't think Nesca heard that. Here comes the smoke. Well, that's going to be a call out from Nesca to KMZ. And the bomb's going to go down. So at the end of the day, at least slashLevel going to get $800, but Koga could pull this one off. Here they come from market. Koga can't do anything. KMZ runs around the corner. USP out. He's on a mission. And Variance Gaming do indeed find their first round victory here in this second half of action. It'll be 11-8. But man, thanks to Koga, this one was a lot closer than Variance wanted it to be. 11-8 for Variance. KMZ hitting the 20 bomb, 21-14, finding his stride in Season 30. Probably his best match so far. And Opportunity at 20-16. I say his best match so far, but what I mean is his best start to a match so far, since he's had a slow start to his first and second match. 1:45 on the clock as we get going here in round number 20. Koga with the UMP 45 in hand, a Tech 9, 2 Deagles, and a PT-50 bot up for slashLevel, who are just going for the pistol buy-up. A lot of utility being used here by slashLevel towards that B site. They're trying to draw Variance's attention, and no one is actually on A for Variance. Nesca at jungle and Shokur at connector. They do get a couple of frags, but again, the bomb plant money going in favor of slashLevel. Now the frags are coming in. Shokur with a double, KMZ with one, and Koga goes down to KMZ's nade. So that's going to be that for the push onto the site by slashLevel, but they can't be disappointed with that. They got the bomb plant. They're only down by 4 rounds, and that's 1,600 built up in their economy just in bomb plants over the last 2 rounds. Giving them a much stronger buy up here than they would have otherwise had. And you'll see maybe another op come out here. Perhaps not the double op setup, though, which I wouldn't advise on T-side Mirage. I mean, it can work. I don't want to say it's impossible to make a double op setup work on Mirage. You send one to A, you go and you peek around at A ramp, and then you send one to B site in the apartments. Maybe. But it's easier to run 2 ops on CT side of Mirage. And there's KMZ peeking around, trying to find one around mid. And does not get it. I think he connected on Nisma through the wall, though, as Nisma's down to 46. 4-shot with the op. He's just hanging out here. slashLevel buying up whatever they can get here in this round, trying to respond and reset the economy of Variance. 2 AUGs, an M4, and an AK, along with an op for Variance. Spammer, eyes locked here. On the B apartments, he's joined by Shokur. And a 2-1-2 setup for Variance. More like a 2-2-1, though, as you see Shokur and KMZ both hanging around mid. Now Shokur's going to head back to the A site, and slashLevel taking their time, waiting to get their execute going here. On the A site, 4-shot is set up for the stair smoke, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay. Thought he might switch positions, but did not. Nesca. Going to throw the molly over towards the A ramp and wait for slashLevel to push out. That burns even more time off the clock. slashLevel waiting for the very last moment to make their execute. Here it comes. 27 seconds left. They're going to have to make it quick and deal with Shokur. We're from connector, and they do deal with him. Kiro Kami getting the headshot on Shokur. 5v4. Now boosted up over the wall is KMZ. I do like the position here for them if he can spot someone out. No one's really peeking around for slashLevel, and good flashbang thrown by them. But now KMZ's definitely getting one. There it is. Koga down. So one of their clutch players is out of the picture. Now Fang from Cat gets Nismo. 4v3, man. Advantage gained by Variance. Make it a 4v2. Spammer comes around the corner running and gunning with the AK on Kiro. Opportunity now taking a ton of damage, and KMZ finds his second. Nesca mops up Opportunity, and that's going to be that. Variance do indeed find the round victory. A very nice retake, and it all started with that boost over at CT spawn, where KMZ was able to see through the grates onto the A site, find that initial frag, and open up some space for his team at jungle to come in, and of course for himself to get in from CT ramp. 13-8 in favor of Variance Gaming. JMO saying, I blinked and everyone died. Yeah, that was a very quick retake. Once the frag started to come in, Variance just rolled along into that A site. Nesca gets the molly ready to be thrown over at A ramp, AK in hand as he stares down at that molly, and looks like slashLevel are going to go with a pistol armor buy-up and come right on into the B site with heads full of steam. They take a lot of damage from utility. Koga finds one, but Fang burns him alive, then gets two molly franks for Fang, and he also gets the AK on Kiro Kami. 3v2, Nismo and 4-shot coming out, and Nismo really good with that CZ, gets the frag on KMZ. 2v2, picks up the AUG, tries for more, but Shokur drops him. Now 4-shot. Good tap with that CZ, but he can't get it done in the 1v1 against Nesca. Man, those CZs are so lethal on the B side of Mirage. Just that close range engagement is really hard for the rifler. Sometimes that CZ is a better gun to have than any rifle in the game. But in any case, Variance 14, slashLevel 8, and now slashLevel going to be on the buy-up. 4 AKs and the SG553 for opportunity over on Variance and AWP, M4, 2 AUGs, and the AK. Variance 1 round away from having 7 match points here. Checking out that scoreboard. Fang and KMZ at the top with 48 frags combined. KMZ leading the charge with 25 and 15 plus 10 kills. Death as Kiro Kami finds them opening frag, but Shokur from stairs gets the 3K! Shokur coming out big here for his squad. Fang follows up with one on 4-shot, and now Kiro Kami watched his team disappear before his eyes, and Shokur flies around the corner, securing the 4K, and that's gonna be that for the round. Shokur is pumped. His team is happy with that. 15-8 for Variance. They do indeed have 7 match points and 3 members above the 20 frag mark. 24 for Shokur and Fang and 25 for KMZ. Those KDRs looking great as well. Spammer and Nesca not doing as hot, but it doesn't really matter. I'm sure Spammer doesn't care. He's happy that they're coming out with a nice little lead here on their CT side and getting things going. Now it's up to slashLevel. Gonna have to strike back and win 7 in a row to push this one to OT. Variance did come back from a deficit of, I think it was 13-5, so it's not impossible. It's Shokur again getting things started with the 2K. Looking for more from Connector. slashLevel at a quick disadvantage in the first 20 seconds of the round. Shokur, perhaps the MVP in the match now, firing through with his AK towards the A site. The bomb is planted. 3 members from Variance stacked up here, trying to come in from Connector and Jungle. KMZ down to 16. He goes down. Nismo falls to Shokur. Shokur with the 3K. Fang finds Kiro, and Koga is down. That's going to be that, folks. Variance Gaming make it a lot easier on themselves this time around in Mirage, winning 16-8, and everyone just disconnects immediately. I do hope the GGs came in before that. You hate to see when the sportsmanship isn't there, but that is it, folks. Victory for Variance Gaming. Great job by them on Mirage, learning perhaps from their mistakes in the previous match on their CT side, as they stay undefeated on the season at the top of the leaderboard in advance. So, Variance Gaming, as mentioned, with the 16-8 victory, go to 4-0, and slashLevel fall to 2-1. I'm just going to double check to make sure I didn't mess up that scoreline. Yes, 16-8. Whew, phew. All right, let's see here. Let's check out the chat. Guys, I do hope you enjoyed the cast, though. If you did, we really appreciate a follow at JRTTV with 2 E's at the end. That's in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And, of course, on Twitter, JRTTV without the 2 E's at the end. GG's all around from everyone. Seaside coming in here. He's happy. The coach for Variance, pleased with the performance of his squad. Creasing another stomp for the boys. Yeah, I mean, really, Variance has been rolling along. Aside from the triple OT match, they've dropped 3, 4, and 8 rounds here. 15 rounds only, excluding the OT match. That's pretty impressive over 3 maps. Let's see if anything else is going on in the chat here. Koga and Nismo to fundamentals after this game? Probably not. But the fundamentals aren't exactly doing too hot in MDL, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I checked, they didn't have a single win. Let's check again. Fundamentals, MDL, loud keyboard engaged. Oh, come on. There we go. Fundamentals, yeah, they're 0-3. So it wouldn't surprise me to see some roster changes come in if the slump continues, but right now it's only the first 3 matches. There's still a lot of opportunities for them to get back into it. GG's from Exterol Twitch. FDM Fundamentals minus Robbie, minus Sherps, minus Jeez, droid. Savage. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Again, final score 16 for Variance, 8 for slashLevel. Variance undefeated. They're going to bring that into their next match. And slashLevel fall for the first time in the season, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. A main team coming up. They performed pretty well in almost every single round. They just couldn't find a way to close them out on the first half of the match. And I think that's the difference maker in this one. So that's going to be it, guys. I am JRT signing off for the night. Hope you enjoyed this one. Take care of yourselves and have a great night. Peace.